Big Boy's Neighborhood. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, Torrei Hart in the neighborhood. Welcome to the neighborhood, Torrei.
Hey.
This is crazy.
Yes.
Just us sitting apart doing this interview right here. You know what I'm saying? Or we're not going to even interview. We're going to talk.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's have some
definitely, as we should. First off, welcome to the neighborhood. This is your first time for us really sitting down.
Yes, this is my first time, and thank you for having me. This is an honor because, I love you. You wake me up all the time. I listen to you all the time.
Thank you, my love. Now, and what I love about this, man, is that it's Torrei time.
Yes.
And it's been Torrei time. You know what I'm saying? But when I say Torrei time, it's about a brand that you've been developing and that you've been working on. And when people say an introduction is Kevin Hart's ex, but when you hear Torrei Hart stands alone.
Yeah.
And is that something that you've been really, really working on?
Of course, because I am my own person, and I've been in entertainment for years. I've been training for years. And a lot of people don't know that just because, they put you in a certain box. So, it is kind of hard getting out of that box. And then I hear people all the time like, well, change your name. And I'm like, no, why should I? I'm not changing my name. That helps me along this journey. Like, what fool would do that? So, no, I'm not going to do that. But, it is a little annoying at times. But, hey, it's a part of the journey, and it is a part of my life, and it's my past. So, it is what it is.
You get people that say change your name?
Oh, all the time. Some people, they get
I want to change my name to Hart. and plus, hell, you a Hart. You know what I mean? Like, if crazy.
Here's the funny thing. If Kevin ever said change it, then I still probably wouldn't change it.
Right. You'll understand from that.
I'd be like, you sure you want me to do that? Because I'm not going to.
Right. But I hear you. I hear you more than I hear these other knuckleheads.
Yeah, but I would, but my kids, the kids are very aware of it too. Yeah. And my son even asked me not to, because that's like my best friend, so he was very sentimental and wanted to make sure I still had the same last name as him. So just for my kids, I'm definitely not going to change it.
I think people forget that too, because I come from a divorced family. My mom kept my dad's last name forever. Like, she didn't get married, I think remarried 20 years after she got divorced. Yeah. And so she had Perez for the longest time, and then she changed it when she got remarried. But it meant something for my mom to have the last name that I had.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And it's not that big deal. Like, for me, it's like, it's not even about the man. It's just, it's about what it is. And plus, I don't feel like going and changing all this paperwork. I don't feel like doing that. Right. On top of everything, I got too much other stuff to go to.
Gotta use all your DMV hookups.
No, I just don't.
Be all in the line, like, Torrei.
Right? Yeah, they want me to change it.
Do the dang thing. So what's going down with Torrei Hart right now?
Well, right now I'm on tour with the Bald and Bougie tour.
Bald and Bougie.
Yeah, Bald and Bougie, and I'm actually the bald one. And so it's me, comedian Malik S. We have several dates that I just had big sold-out shows in Atlanta, in Baltimore. Coming up the Memorial Week, I'm in Pleasanton, California, then Detroit. Jacksonville, Florida. And so I'm just out here telling my story, telling my life so people get to know me.
Yeah, now let me ask you, people don't understand that you've been in entertainment. Like, you've been funny. You've been this has been a calling. This isn't like, okay, Kevin did something, I'm going to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you feel at one point that you did kind of step back just a little bit because you had to be mom, you had to be this, you know what I'm saying? And you also had to be a support system as well. And like, you go do it.
I did. And a lot of, like you say, like, I got class clown in high school. I believe that's probably why me and Kevin were drawn to each other, our energies. But when I ended up having my daughter first, Heaven, I took some time off. Then I had Hendrix and took more time off. And in between taking time off, me and Kevin shot a commercial together. We did a TV pilot together. I opened up for him a few times. A lot of people don't know that. We also used to write with each other and bounce back material off of each other. So I've definitely been doing this. This is not new. This is a calling for me. I've had 3 national commercials. I've been on a Nickelodeon TV show, Parental Discretion, several movies. I did a movie, American Bad Boy, with Cat Williams. I'm going to be on his show out here at the Microsoft Theater May 18th.
Go ahead now.
Just did some work with Michael Blackston, killed it with him. I'm from Philly, he's from Philly. So when people saw us together, they were like, oh, she's going she's riding with the enemy. I'm like, no, that's my boy. We're both from Philly. I've known him for 20 years,
I do want to ask you about that, though, because Michael Blackston has been, I see them at the games now, and it seems like, things are whatever with him and Kevin. But Michael had been very outspoken about Kevin.
Yeah.
And to see you with Michael Blackston, but you say that's your buddy as well.
Well,
how do you separate that?
You know, when it comes to me doing what I have to do for my career, I'm going to get to what I have to do. You know, my loyalty is to Torrei. So, you know, if he wants to put me on a show and give me money to perform and do what I love doing, I'm going to go do that. And I don't see anything wrong with it. It's not like I'm behind back doors, you know, bashing my ex-husband or anything like that. So I'm just doing what I do, which is a comedian and an actress. And, you know, I shouldn't be crucified for doing my job.
How much do you love, Torrei? How much do you love stand-up?
I love it.
Is it a release for you too?
Man, I love it. When I tell you, you can just be whatever. You can just do whatever you want. You know, pretty much. I mean, you can't strip on stage or
Well,
nothing
you
like
can.
that.
Right.
If you wanted to. Well, if you want to get arrested.
Yeah, that is true. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe just a little shoulder.
Yeah, hello.
Do you think it's it's still harder for female comedians?
Definitely. I feel like it is. You know, it's still a boys' club. And so it is. But, you know, there's a lot of comedians now that are women that are doing it and pretty, too. See, that's another thing. They feel like you can't be a certain look to be funny. And it's like, yeah, you can. You can be pretty girls are funny. Like, stop trying to put pretty girls in a box. So, definitely.
Do you feel like the doors are a little heavier when it comes to Kevin Hart baggage, or do they open a little easier? I would think that it's a little more.
It's harder.
Yep.
I have to fight even harder because, you know, and here's the thing. I had a talk with the creator and I was like, you know, this is what I asked for. This is what I want. You give me the tools, I'm going to work my butt off. You know, so I had to fight against people like, well, we're kind of scared to work with you because of, you know, I'm like, he ain't going to work with you anyway.
Right.
So, you know, like, you scared to work with me.
Like, you can get that out your head.
Like, do you think he's going to work with you? Like, what have you brought to the table for him to work with you anyway?
Right.
You might as well get the second best thing right
Go
now
ahead
until I get to that level.
Easy call.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just put Hart up there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll draw the people
Yeah.
in. You know, so it's like, you know, I've heard that and I was like, wow, you know, they'll be like, you were great. I'll go on auditions and, you know, you killed it. I'm like, really? You know, so it is a burden and it is kind of, you know, being connected to that all the time. I'm like, but I've got talent, you know, so it's been harder for me, honestly, than easier.
Now, Torrei, where do we get a chance? You got your own YouTube channel now?
You know what?
You had it?
I had my sketch YouTube, which was Pretty Funny Fish.
Uh-huh.
But I don't have my own Torrei Hart channel, which my publicist is so funny, Anthony. She's been trying to get me to do it, but I'm like, I don't want to.
So are you on the road? Like, is it more, and I know you're doing shows, is it more, not what they call like the workout, getting out there, you know, because that is instant either gratification or frustration when you get out on that stage. Well, have you bombed yet?
You know what's so funny? Not recently, but I used to bomb.
Yeah,
you know,
beforehand.
Like before, yeah. And here's the funny thing, though. I was so, you know, like, I'm funny. I don't know why they not laughing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what the problem is.
What's wrong with them?
You know, like,
was this mic on?
That was funny, guys.
Man, what y'all feeding these
Like, I'm
motherfuckers,
laughing.
man?
You start laughing.
Like, yeah, like, man. Hit him with that Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
It's funny here.
Right? Yeah. Like, I don't know what it
didn't
is.
get
Yeah.
Exactly. But you know what the funny thing is? The energy behind it was all wrong. I was actually venting instead of, you know, going out there with a purpose to uplift and be fun. Because I was hurting. I was in pain. And so instead of me going to see a therapist, I made the stage my therapist. And so now that I look back at that now, I was like, oh, dang.
How long ago was that?
Great reflection.
Yeah, that was probably about 8 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, about 8 years ago because, you know, I was out there, I was hitting the pavement. I mean, I was still getting paid gigs, you know, but it was all bad. Listen.
You look back too, like, damn, I see why they weren't laughing.
Yeah, you know, it's just so fun because now when I go on stage, it's like, what's up? You know, it's happy.
Yeah, the energy is different.
It's so, because I'm healed.
Yeah,
and I'm
I was
happy.
about to say, you got to arrive there. You know what I'm saying? And when you come out and you venting, it's like we waiting on it. You know what I'm saying? You come out, you're like, hey, y'all ever want to kill a motherfucker? Be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Thank you, guys. Good night. Thank you. Like, I don't know why they weren't laughing. You know?
Right.
So do you sit down and do you write and go out, or do you just kind of get on stage and say, okay, I think I'll start here and I want to arrive there and whatever gets me there?
It's so funny. It's the process is different with every joke. I came up with a joke on the airplane, and it was all real because I just turned 40 recently.
Oh yeah, now. Hello.
And so
Looking good.
Thank you. And so I don't care anymore. Like I used to care what people thought about me. That's what took me so long to get back on stage because I was like, what if they think I'm just doing this because of Kevin? And then I was just, I don't care.
Right.
Excuse
that
me. I don't know if I can say that, but screw it. So that joke came from me actually going to the bathroom on an airline where before I would hold it and have the bubble guts. And,
oh, hell no.
And now that I don't care, I'm like, I went in there with my cell phone, a magazine, and I was like, screw it. I don't care. They had to like get a coffee pot afterwards and pour it down.
Pour down the thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've had that happen before.
Because coffee smoke is anything.
Coffee grounds in here, please. Good Lord.
I did not know that trick. That's dope.
You know why? Because you ain't blew up a bathroom.
You have not, exactly.
It's crazy, Tori, that you really know that. You know what I'm saying?
I know they use it like when you're smelling like different colognes and perfumes.
Yeah,
because it gets rid of everything.
Got it.
But that joke, I have a joke that I talk about being 40, and that came from that, and I wrote it down right on the plane.
How liberating is that? Just knowing, because you got to think, we have so many judges now, so many critics. Like at one point, if you did a show, you did a show, and it was probably a critic, a writer.
Yeah.
Now somebody with 7 followers could get right to you.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
It's funny you say that because some days I want to be petty, and some days I go in, and I have a mouth that'll kill you. So I have to be very careful with that because I'm vicious with the tongue. So I'm
That's
like, and
I've
been working on myself.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that didn't come off right, did it?
Yeah. No, it was cool. I'm just gonna use that as a soundbite. That's what we're gonna promote the interview with.
Okay, but some days I want to engage, and then some days I come right out of yoga and I've been meditating, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna let y'all.
Like I'm in a different place.
Yeah, But if I don't have that yoga, if I don't have that meditation, you might catch me on a, coming back
because
at you.
it's just so much.
Yeah.
And if you pay attention to it, it could get at you. It could tear you up, but you probably seen so much and people think that they have such a license to say something that you've probably developed a thicker skin.
Definitely.
And then when you blow out 40 candles, and then when you say, I don't give a damn, and then when you say, you know what I'm saying? That's got to be liberating as well.
It feels amazing.
Tori, where are you in Kevin Hart's relationship now? Because when I see y'all, parents, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We catch each other. I don't see y'all throwing up middle fingers out the car. How are you guys' relationship now?
Well, we are at a great place with co-parenting. We're not enemies or anything like that. Are we friends like we used to be? No. But we are definitely great in a co-parenting space.
And do y'all ever have like leisure talk?
We do. We did a leisure dinner with me, him, and the kids, the 4 of us, because we do want to keep that family union. Because at the end of the day, we're family. It's just like if you have a beef with a family member, you're not going to stay mad at that person forever.
Right.
You're family. So you work through your issues, and then, you make up, and you might have some more issues. When you're going through co-parenting and it's very public, so sometimes like the media can blow it up to something that it's not even, so it gets a little hard, but the place that I'm in, I don't want beef. Like I can't have that energy around me for the goals that I'm trying to achieve.
Tori, how do you shield the kids from a lot of that?
Wow. I don't know.
Because our kids are pretty much the same age.
Yeah.
And they have phones or, they know how to type. They know how to spell. You know what I'm saying? How do you keep the kids a little bit shielded?
Well, I'm very open and honest with them.
Okay, yeah.
I just explain they know who they are. They know that they're not a normal, kid that's, they're in the spotlight. So I do make them very well aware of that and that their family's in the spotlight. And that's the best thing that I know how to do. I'm walking this journey. I didn't imagine like that this would be my life. So I'm doing the best that I can. But I think with me being open and honest, Heaven, she's 13, so she's very aware. And, she sees what's going on. So she talks to me about it. And it's actually brought us closer and helped us develop a deeper bond.
And that 13's that hard age, too. At least for, like, mother and daughter. Like, that's, like, I remember pushing my mom away when I was, like, 13, 14, because I didn't want to tell her certain things. So for you guys to have that kind of relationship, I think you're on a really good track with that.
But you always communicated well with your kids anyway, though,
Yeah. that because you have to. Like, I don't want to hide. I don't want to be this person to somebody else and then be different with my kids. I want them to know who their mother is because it might make them feel more comfortable coming to me. And my daughter talks to me about boys. At 13, I wasn't talking to my mom about boys.
Right.
You know, I was, like you say, I was hiding and pushing away. But since I'm so open with her, she tells me everything. At least I hope she's telling me everything.
Right. Right. And if she not, we're going to find somebody and kill somebody.
Oh, I tell her all the time. I said, I have spies.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, you don't know who you're talking to. Even the boy you like, I set him up.
Yes.
That's an actor that we hired. Yeah. And what are you talking about? You didn't even tell me about little Devontae.
Yes.
Like,
all the time.
He worked for us.
He's with us.
Work for us.
Yeah. Like, that's our kid.
Has she had a boyfriend yet?
She had
No,
a little
she hasn't.
boyfriend. Yeah. She had a little boyfriend. And,
I don't want to
What
hear
happened?
this.
They broke up.
Oh,
and
no.
they broke up. But I told her, I was like, honey, you're moving too fast. Y'all just need to be
Slow
friends.
down.
And she was like, but I want all the praise. I want all the attention. I want all the compliment. I said, girl, you can still get that. You know, he doesn't have to be your boyfriend. I was like, why? Why do you need all this? She's like, because I just want it. And I was just like, okay. She said, but I'm not kissing. I'm not doing anything like that. I said, you better not.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
God.
she's
Lips off.
but she and you know Jade, I love you know me and Jade is like
Now,
this.
that's my daughter. My
Okay?
daughter is
Yes.
9. She'll be
Little
10
chula ula.
in January,
I
in September.
love her.
Yeah,
That
I'm
is
pretty
my
sure
girl.
by 2021, I'll probably be in prison.
Why?
No, you're not. Trust me,
I
Jade can hold her own. I'm
Okay.
trying to tell
Thank
you.
you, Jesus.
Listen, Jade and my son Hendrix they go to the same school and they are like like this, right? So Hendrix, did you know Hendrix had a crush on you?
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
has
yeah.
she cursed
Oh, you
him?
knew
You know
that?
I grabbed him, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I grabbed him. I said, "You little mother."
No, Hendrix is the
Then Miss Beard
sweetest.
came and I was like, "Oh."
Tori tried to put in for Hendrix. Like, no, he's good.
No, he really is. He writes me love letters all the. He wrote me the sweetest love letter and was like, "Mom, you are the best. You're like a diamond." And
Dude, I took
beautiful.
a picture of one of the letters he sent to Chula.
Really?
What? What did he say to Chula?
Dude, y'all talk. I gotta find it.
What was he saying to you?
Oh my god.
I took a picture.
Well, he just was saying how much he loves me, and just he made the letter in the shape of a diamond, and he said I
he do
shaped
that
it
for all
like
the
this
girls.
because no, don't say that.
No, this one had
He
a shape
shaped it
too.
because what?
He said because you are a diamond in the rough.
Oh, I love it,
So
man.
sweet.
Yeah, and he did it in school. So I'm like, were you really thinking about me in school? I was like, that's so sweet. I mean, and my daughter's like, oh, he's such a kiss ass.
He's like, by the way, can I get that video game thing?
Oh,
Right
Here it is, dude. I had to take a picture of this.
Oh
one.
my
So this
God.
is
And
a
it
letter
says-
that her son
this-
Hendrix wrote.
Hendrix wrote to Chula, to Jade.
Chula.
Oh,
Okay.
this is
But
sweet.
he calls her Jade.
Okay.
And it says, hi Jade. And it has a heart over the eye. And it says, can I hit that?
Oh my God!
What?
Yeah, man. I thought that was so
I thought
cute.
Hendrix was
Listen,
I thought he was a good boy.
he got that from his dad. That ain't got nothing to do
He
with me.
didn't say that. He's still alive, y'all. Torrei Hart,
Oh, man.
the side bitch.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I saw this, and I'm just going to read a little bit and paraphrase. You say you appreciate a good side bitch. That a side bitch is there to do a certain job. You know what I'm saying? Can you elaborate on this appreciation of the side bitch?
Please.
Okay, so here's the thing, guys. Everybody takes things so literally.
But you said side. You said
I
it.
know, because it's funny. It's
Okay.
just to me, like they're everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So since they're going to be everywhere, put them to work.
Right, I hear you.
You know, like if you want to be a side bitch, honey, look, the new side bitch, you got to have a job, okay?
Right.
All right, ain't no freebies no more, side
heard
bitch,
that.
okay?
No.
You need to get in there, all right? You need to clean up my dog poop. You need
Yes.
to go shopping. You need
Yes.
to go ahead and take care of things I don't want to have to handle. If you're going to be a side bitch.
Right.
That's what I'm saying, because they're everywhere.
kick
I
in.
just,
Nice.
you know,
Help.
pitch in.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Help
like
it out.
I like that.
don't try to sneak in the back. I'll let you in the
Yeah.
front as long as I know that you coming
Listen,
and this is what we doing.
Ain't no more free Louis Vuitton bags. You gonna work.
I heard that.
All right, side bitch. So, it was just me making fun of and making light of something. And, people, oh my God, she went through this. I said, listen, y'all, I was not upset about anything. It was the fact of the matter was, it was just be honest. And I say this to a lot of men too, because I have a lot of male friends being a comedian. And it's just like, and I see what they do. And so I'm just like, fellas, try being honest for once.
Right.
Be a man up front and see what the woman might actually go for.
And then if you're honest, at least you give me the position to say, you know what? Well, I'm not with this.
Exactly.
And I bounce. You know what I'm saying? Or if you see that there's some wiggle room, then it's like, oh, okay, and nothing's hiding. It's hard for me to remember the truth.
And then that
let
way,
alone have to cover up lies.
Yeah,
I don't know
like
how
3
they
different
keep up,
ones.
man.
and then you won't get beat up later by your woman when you get busted.
And you'll
I
still
heard
have all
that.
your
You know what I'm
clothes.
saying? Yeah.
Still have all your J's.
Okay, now.
Because I'm going to burn them if you...
Honey, listen, I'm tired of burning stuff.
Yeah, you know
all
what I'm
right?
saying?
I don't want to burn nothing
I haven't burned nothing yet. I hope
I
everyone
don't
burning.
Right.
Just be real with me, because I don't want to go back to that Torrei.
Then gotta smell it. Were you ever that Torrei? Were you ever the jealous or going in the phone? Like, how crazy did it get?
Oh man, yes, I was crazy. Yes, I was crazy, Torrei. I burnt some stuff. I went in the phone. I hid in the trunk. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
I mean,
Wait,
it wasn't a trunk. It was an SUV. So, I
hid
still
in the
could
back?
see. I could see.
You had some
Oh my
air.
God, this is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Like over the third seat, like
Yeah, I was like, I see you, nigga.
yeah. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you hid in the back, like by the luggage, like behind the
sure
third row.
did, and
What'd you see?
I ain't seen nothing. I was like, oh, this is the day you decide to be faithful.
Right here.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I know you're doing
to the
something,
cleaners.
though.
Yeah.
We're ready to go.
I just didn't catch you today.
But I'm gonna catch you.
I'll be back
Yeah.
tomorrow. My same spot.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
ever find yourself doing stuff like that many a times? Like, going through the phone, hiding in the back of the
Let
car.
me tell you, it was so bad one time. This is before, it was Instagram and all that stuff, but they had this spyware stuff that you could put on the computer. This back with MySpace days.
Right. That you could put like on the car or
You
something?
could put it on the computer.
Uh-huh.
So, if he locked this is crazy.
Keep it real though, Tori.
I don't care. I'll tell you, it don't matter. If he logged in, I could encrypt all his codes, all the messages, all the
hacker.
passwords. Oh yeah, girl, I was Detective Torrei. All right, I could get to the bottom of anything. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, the CIA should have hired me.
Does it feel
Yeah.
good not feeling like you have to do those kind of things anymore?
I don't do that kind of stuff anymore. I don't even look through a man's phone. Like, I just be like, because it's going to come to me. Like I told you, if I pray and ask the Creator, like if I'm like, show me what I need to see, Lord, I promise you literally a few hours later, he going to show it to me. It happens now that I'm so connected and just mentally and spiritually in a different place. I handle things differently now. And then I say, and if I don't catch you, karma going to get you later no matter how much. So try me if you want to.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this though, Tori. Where were you at when all the Kevin Hart stuff broke? The recent with the cheating,
The video.
Nico, the video. Like,
Oh.
did you find out the same time we found out, or did you know something's coming? Damn.
I think I found out the same time everybody else found out. Yeah.
Damn.
I didn't. Yeah, I don't have an inside source or anything.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Yeah.
Were you surprised? As much as
I was hurt, to be honest. I mean, I know people thought I was going to be gloating and stuff like that, but no, I was hurt because my kids love her, and so they have to be around certain things. So I was hurt. Yeah.
And just as a human being, like people probably did think that you'll be like, say, yeah, I told you, but you think like, no, that's my kids. My kids got to be around that.
Yeah.
There is still a feeling of, whatever Kevin may have done, there's still a protection you try to put around that too. You know what I'm saying?
It's bigger. It's and like I keep saying, at the end of the day, it's still a family unit,
Right.
and so he is the head of the family no matter what. I don't want to see him fall. I don't want to see him go down, because then that means my kids go down, or I could possibly go down, So I still am rooting for him no matter what. I'm still rooting for that, because I don't want to see women in and out of my kid's life.
Right.
So people have to understand that too. It's just not a good look, period. So
Do you know it in Kevin to be able to change those aspects of his life to not make those same mistakes again?
Well, he's human, so he's not God. He's not perfect. Everybody
he told
makes
us he was
mistakes.
God last time he came.
Oh, wow.
No, he didn't. Go
Okay,
ahead.
well, then he is God. So then, yes, he can fix anything. He's just, listen, I've never been in a position where I have that much fame, that much power, that much money, that much stuff being thrown at me to where I can just combat it all. So I can't speak for him. I've never been in that position. I know the men that, approach me. And I'm just like, oh, look at this guy, and he's coming with this enticing thing, and he's coming with this. And, but I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to stay focused, but I get propositioned all the time.
I bet, yeah.
And I'm nowhere near as big as he is. So I can only imagine. So, I think people need to understand, don't throw stones and understand everybody has their journey and everybody grows.
Yeah, and everybody's perfect. When you go to Instagram, everybody's
a motivational speaker.
Yeah,
they got the keys. They got and then you see
everybody's a perfect parent. Everybody's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, good Lord,
it's crazy out there. Like, listen, I'll be the first time. I don't upload anything without a filter.
Right.
You know, so when I filter my food. You know, I've had guys like, girl, you can cook your. I say, yep,
those are the best looking zucchinis I've ever seen.
I filter everything. So, you know, I could be like, you know, take this makeup off and take this crochet out. Y'all don't know what you're going to get. So listen, people need to stop being fooled and understand what you're really getting.
Heavenly Heart Healthcare.
Heavenly Heart
Hair Care. Yes. What is that? I'm like she's giving out insurance. Heavenly Heart Hair Care. What is that?
Well, Heavenly Heart Hair Care is my natural hair care line, and that actually was inspired by heaven, of course. And it's all natural products. Now, it's good for all hair types, though. It's, you know, processed, straight, colored, black, white, Asian, Hispanic. And it's, you know, it's a self-love gift to her. So when she turns 18, I'm gifting her the company.
Wow.
You know, whether
thank
you. And, you know, whether she wants to run it or not, no problem. But it's definitely, she knows it's there for her. And right now it's on Amazon. We're in Miami. We're in Atlanta. We're in Philadelphia. We're in
what
New
is
York.
it? It's hair care? Like products and
it's hair care products. So it's shampoo, conditioner, hair souffle, which is like this really curl souffle. I have leave-in scalp conditioner. I have medicated scalp conditioner and hair restoration.
How involved were you with it? The company, as far as like the feel and what was added, you know, because growing up, we know what our hair is.
Yeah.
And we knew that there was certain things like, oh, this cream of nature, my hair feels silky. You know what I'm saying? Like, were you involved in a lot of that?
Very much involved. I actually, my partner's a trichologist. So I partner with someone who's been in hair care for 25 years. Oh, well, she's a hair restoration therapist. So pretty much she does scalp rejuvenation. So she knows how to, you know, start the hair growth from the follicles. Because a lot of people put the product on the hair instead of going to the scalp and to the root first. And you have to start with the root. That's just like anything with a plant. You know, for it to grow, you got to start with the root. So she knows how to do all that. So I did partner with her, and she's been the one leading and guiding me through the whole process.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Now, did you shampoo your hair with that? Like on your last shampoo and condition?
I did, yes.
Okay, I don't want you being in here like, oh, yeah, big, I don't use that. Like, no. You know,
no.
I'll be on that Head and Shoulders big. I can't, you know, I can't do that.
No, that's so old school. You said Head and Shoulders.
Exactly. Well, you know, I don't have hair, so. You know what I'm saying? I just use shoulders now.
You got hair? Like,
All I know is use shoulders now. Like,
right. Oh, I got something for that. Look, I can spray the spray on your shoulders.
Already though. Go ahead now.
Yeah.
And what's the spray? Is that another?
Well, it's just a conditioner spray, but it'll make them shiny.
Okay.
It'll match your head. I could put some
oil
on you.
I would love for kids to be like, man, you got some beautiful shiny shoulders.
Tori, you're speaking of having the family unit. Do you and Aniko have a relationship?
At this time, we don't. Yeah. At this present time, we don't. But I believe anything's possible, so I'm always keeping it in forward thinking. And I think when it's time for us to have a relationship, we will.
You've met the baby though, right?
I have. Aww. He's adorable.
Yeah?
Yeah, he is. He lit me up. Like when I was like, because my kids, like I said, they were so excited for me to see him. They're like, Mom, come see the baby. And seeing them so excited about their little brother, I was just like, he really did melt my heart.
Does it make you want to have another baby?
I just got a new puppy.
Okay, start there.
I guess that's the answer.
Yeah, I got a new puppy, and Nova is amazing. I pat him like a baby. I'm changing diapers. I put diapers on him. Yeah, so I'm gonna start right there.
Yeah,
it's a good place.
And it's a whole different world when y'all have the babies and try to go on tour and try, man, like you could take, is it Nova?
Nova,
you can take a little Nova and probably, hey, can you watch him? Or you can take a little doggy, but the baby, you're like, oh, no, I can't. I can't
just leave him with anybody.
And you've done it.
Yeah, and you see Cardi B, I just saw she put on her Instagram that she said, I am no longer performing after this date, guys, please respect that.
Yeah.
So you can't.
It's hard, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And when Ide did ask her how you and Aniko, that's just real life. You know what I'm saying? People want it to be like, oh, no, y'all said like, no, at this moment.
Don't force anything. Let it flow.
At this moment, when you ask the question, nah, not right now.
No, and I don't force anything.
Yeah.
I'm just letting it flow, and I'm keeping it very positive, and I do believe in the future we will. But right now, we don't. And I'm okay with that.
I heard that. Yeah. What keeps you from saying things or clapping back or clapping first, or you know what I'm saying? Like your clapback game had been immaculate. You know what I'm saying? But you know when you get back to it, you got to do something like, all right.
Yeah. You know, I'm just in such a positive place, and so many amazing things are happening for me. I just finished a film with Dame Dash, Shot for Justice, and I just did another one with him, you know, and now I'm about to go to Jamaica to film. I have 2 films out right now called Resolution Song, where I'm playing the lead. It's at Best Buy, it's at Target, it's on VOD on demand, and you know, when you're working and you're in a positive space and good light with you, man. I just don't have time for that type of energy. I don't welcome it into my life.
What's the next move or moves for Torrei Hart?
The next moves, well, like I said, I'm going to be filming. I'm doing a big natural hair conference in July where I'm speaking to women about hair. I'm having my product. My tour is doing great. I'm selling out in every city I go to, so I'm so excited about that.
Do you get a lot of go on girl or stay strong and you represent us?
I do, but you'll also be surprised. There's a lot of men who reach out to me for advice and just and say I inspire them as well too. So I get a lot of the men, and then I get some people who just come in to be nosy, and then after they see my routine, they're like, "You're funny," and I was like, "Yeah, duh." You know?
Yeah. You're almost coming out sometime to cross arms, like, all right, make me laugh.
No, I do. When I had one lady in Atlanta said, "You know what? I just came out here to heckle you." And I said, "Oh, honey, I'm so glad you didn't do that because you would have became the show."
Hell yeah.
So thank
I got a quick 20-30 on you.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Have you had to do that in the past?
Girl, I've been doing that. I'm from North Philly.
Okay.
So at the bottom. So I've been doing that my whole life. It's just natural instinct. It's a survival technique. You know, now that I'm in LA, you know, my mindset is differently. But, you know, when you I've lived in the projects the first 9 years of my life. So that's just there, period. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Now you got a mic too?
Yeah.
And I got a mic.
and a platform. Like I'm standing over you a little bit. Like,
and a squeaky voice.
Get you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Has that always been the voice? Do people recognize your voice?
Before they recognize,
Yeah.
They're like, we know that voice.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, it's me. Hey.
I'm here.
arrived.
You know what I mean? I'm here. That was me in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Just real quick, Torrei, what's your favorite Kevin Hart movie? If you were like, man, it's movie night, what would it be?
You know, I got to take it old school when he was just raw and say Paper Soldiers.
Paper Soldiers. I don't even think I've seen it.
It's like one of the
I
first
think I've
ones,
seen
right?
Yeah, that's raw. That's when they're
Paper Soldiers.
Yeah, Paper Soldiers.
What is the worst Kevin Hart movie to you?
Y'all gonna use this as a soundbite. Y'all ain't setting me up for
Yeah, we are.
dope.
I know. It's crazy.
There is no worse movie. I don't know.
If there's a best, Torrei, there's got to be a worse.
Shoot, I don't know.
I know what he would say.
What?
Soul Plane.
Actually, Soul Plane was good. It was just
You know what?
bootleg.
People take Soul Plane like it was a bad movie. I was in Soul Plane.
I know you were.
Oh, that's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? I was in it. It's just that now people, it's like one of those, it's a domino thing where, it's whack, it's whack.
It's
I feel like
not.
I heard Kevin say that himself. That's why I repeated it.
Because
I was
I'm
in
in
Soul
it.
Plane too.
That's why he said, because both of us are in it.
Yeah.
That's why he called it the wackest one. You know what I'm saying? He won't say nothing about nothing. He ain't went to Dwayne The Rock Johnson or
Nope.
Ice
Those
Cube.
are his best
Those are
ones.
whack ass movies. Soul Plane, the best movie he ever did. You know, that's when we kept it real and gully.
Yeah.
And it was like people. Method Man, Snoop, Tom Arnold,
Hey.
Torrei
Samore,
Hart, Big Boy,
Monique.
Samore. Yeah. It was like people.
Yeah.
Now he just fake. You know what I'm saying?
You said that, not me.
Yeah. Worried about the weekend box office as opposed to being bootleg straight to DVD.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous,
Trying to
man.
hit $1 billion with Jumanji.
Yeah,
Come on,
$1 billion, man. We could have
Come
made
on.
40,000 in our opening weekend if they didn't fuck us.
Yeah. It was
All right.
bad.
I noticed Torrei got real quiet on
She's
all
like, nope,
this.
y'all ain't got me.
She was like, not at all. She's
He
like,
still
Big, I
pays
got
my child support. I'm silent. Okay?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There it is.
Checks to come through.
Oh, and just so I give myself a safety net too, Kevin, I was just playing with you. Torrei Hart, definitely want to thank you for coming into the neighborhood.
you.
Yes.
How does one get in touch with you, Torrei? How do we stay in touch with you?
Well, all things Torrei Hart, TorreiHart. That's TorreiHart.com. Torrei Hart is my Instagram, Facebook, Torrei Hart, and Torrei_Hart on.
So you cleverly
Twitter.
hid all of it under Torrei Hart. So we got to search and try to find that. Cleverly hid it there.
Cleverly,
yeah,
yes.
man. But I definitely want to thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Continue to shine. Continue to be you. Have the greatest. And any dates that come up that's local too, let us know what's happening because I really want to come out and see you.
Well, you got to put me on your show, Big.
One of my comedy shows?
Yeah, you got to put me on it.
I don't think I can really afford you to tell you the truth.
No, I promise you. Let me come and rock the mic for you. Let's have a great show.
Man,
I would love to do one of your shows.
All right, remember, don't do that in here.
That's dope.
Don't do that in here. Then when I call you, like, oh, Big, that was just radio.
I'm asking you. I'm saying I would because you remember I came to one and I was like, okay,
man, we just did a couple of them that was ridiculous, man. Can you sing any Michele's, like Something in My Heart, or
I can.
You know what I'm saying? Torrei Hart, thank you for coming into the neighborhood, Big Boy Neighborhood.